Hello, and welcome to Bendy Presents The Movie Test of Time, a podcast about revisiting our youth through the only medium that matters, the movies. Thanks for joining us. My name is Andy Young, and I'm one of your haunted, redeemed hosts. Joining me, as always, is our other haunted and redeemed host, Beth Martin. Beth, a pleasure as always. What's the crack?
Um, I feel haunted right now, Andy.
Do you feel redeemed, though?
Uh, we'll see in 6 to 8 weeks. So I
Okay.
am, I am an adult. For the parents out there, you will laugh at this. I am sleep training
Yeah.
myself, much like I sleep trained my children when it was time for them to go to bed at a normal hour and sleep all night long. Come to find out, you can do that as a 46-year-old adult. So I started last night. So
Uh-huh.
I had so basically, I and this is there are rules I have to follow, and I did follow these rules last night. So I think I've had. I don't want to think about it.
Hmm.
So I can't go to bed until 11:30.
Okay.
I must get up at 6:30. So that's about
Okay.
7 hours.
Okay.
If I wake up during the night and I'm up for more than 30 minutes and I need to get up and stay up until I feel tired and go back to
Okay.
sleep.
But that, but that means you might be getting like very little sleep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got up twice last night. Once was like I got back to sleep. The second time, I think I was up for like an hour and a half. So I think I probably got like 5 hours of sleep last night.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to be in my bed anymore. So
Okay.
like bed is only for sex or sleep. That's it, nothing else.
Love it.
And uh I can only nap for 30 minutes. And I can't
Okay.
do it in bed. I have to be on the couch in the living room.
Amazing. Okay. Okay.
This is like for me. This is kind of torture. I
Yeah, I'll
love my
bet.
bed so much. Like I was like when I was able to lay in it last night, I was like, oh my God, I love my bed. I love my bed. I love my bed.
Here's what I'm a little bit confused by. 7 hours seems like not a very generous window. I would have thought they would have at least given you 8 hours, you know?
Yeah, so apparently, like give or take, I will sometimes be in bed for as much as like 12
I
and a half
see.
hours, trying to get 8 hours of sleep. And she's
I
like,
see.
you're doing that. And she's like, you're getting like 6.2 hours of sleep a night.
I get you. Okay, so this is a way to try to actually get you quality sleep. Okay, that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense. Still, that's gonna be tough. Yeah.
It's just weird because like the kids go to bed at like 8:30. Mike goes to bed at 9:30. So I've got like 9:30.
Yeah.
So I've got like 2.5 hours that I've got like I'm not allowed to like she's like, you can be on your cell phone. And I was like, cool. She's like, you can watch a show, but it can't be a murder show. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
So
Can you play video
it's
games?
I should ask her. Probably. That might be
Well,
my thing.
yeah, find you a good video game to play that would make those hours melt away.
Yeah. And then she was like, you need to develop a morning routine that because like I have a hard time like I'm like super awake at night. So like
Yeah.
11:30 wasn't that hard to stay up. But in the morning, she's like, you need to start a ritual that like, it can be yoga, it can be journaling. And I was like, I think you need to start drinking coffee again. So that's why I'm a little weird today. I'm probably talking way too much. Is because I went to the store yesterday. I got my goddamn French vanilla creamer
Hell yeah.
and I'm drinking coffee now.
It's, we talking too much, perfect for this medium.
Blah, blah,
So,
blah.
you know what I mean? This is what we're looking for.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, good luck with that. That sounds tough, and I'm sure it will
yeah.
be challenging, but
Mhm.
I'm hoping it gets you to where
Mhm.
you want to be with your sleep.
Yeah. So I got
Um,
to do this. It'll be eight weeks of this.
okay.
So
Good luck with it.
expect to hear me complain
We're gonna weekly
early and
complaints.
often.
I
Yes.
love it.
How about you? What's up?
Okay, so
What's the crack?
what's correct? So basically, I have two a few different things. I have I want to see the Running Man. Which I really quite enjoyed it. Though I went,
Oh, good.
there was four of us in total went to see it.
Glenn
And
Powell is like, I wasn't a fan. And then, yeah, keep going. And then I'll tell you about
he's
Saturday Night Live.
delightful. It's like basically there was four of us went, two of them didn't enjoy it, two of us did enjoy it. I thought it was quite good. I wasn't crazy about the ending, but I kind of understand why a film can't go with the super dark sort of Stephen King ending, But like overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought he was great in the role, and yeah, there was a lot of good fun moments in it. So yeah, I really thoroughly enjoyed it, and it feels to me a little bit strange because it's an Edgar Wright film, and it feels very different to anything. It feels more. It doesn't feel like it because he has kind of a signature style that I feel like has been in all of his films, with maybe the exception of Last Night in Soho.
Mhm.
And I felt like this had very little of that, but I still kind of thought it was great and it had some really kind of wonderful moments nevertheless. But yeah, definitely worth a watch, I think. Um, and
I loved
also,
I loved the short like I highly recommend you read the short
I don't know that
story.
I have. Yeah,
It's
it is quite
so
short, isn't it?
good. I read it when I was like 2 years old, not really, but
Wow.
like I was like, it's so Annie's been to this place. It's called Pal's Books, and it's in Portland, Oregon,
Yes.
and it's got like every book ever. They used to be mostly used books, so you could get like every book was like 50 cents,
Yeah.
and so I was like, in elementary school, being like, I'm going to read every Stephen King book ever written, and I sure did up to like high school. So,
Um, oh yeah, sorry. I had a segue. Talking about
oh
running, man.
yeah.
I did a park run this weekend, so I'm also a running man, right? Uh,
What does park run mean?
I think I told you a little bit about this before.
Is that where
So,
you're like you got sorry, I keep bumping my thing. Are
sorry,
you wearing your what is it called?
no,
Gurning?
a jersey. I don't know. That's a
Your
good question. I don't know what they're called. The specific sort of like glow in the dark sort of like vest type thing. Yeah, I'm not too sure. Um, So essentially, parkrun is a kind of European thing where all around the country, both in the UK, Ireland, lots of places in Europe, lots of countries in Europe, every Saturday morning there's a 5 kilometer run. People can just come along, they can just join it, and they can run five k. So they do them all over the place, and there's a whole kind of like thing that's like there's an app you can get, and you can like and people like travel to go to different ones, and with the app you can kind of go. So, for example, my friend who I did it with, he runs a lot, and he has done 42 different runs in a row, park runs in a row. So, like, he has went to like different locations to do them around Ireland. He's also taken holidays in the Netherlands and Italy and things like that, and done them over there.
do they have like a starting line and a
They do,
finish line?
and they
Do they
have like
do they play I have the Tiger when you're like,
not in the
yeah.
ones that I have seen, but I'm sure you have that in some places. But you have like marshals, and you have people who are doing pacing routes that you can follow. It's
Hmm.
really well set up. It's really well organized. So I did
Like
my first.
chip timing? Do they do that?
They do. So
It's
basically, you get
down to
your
the like milliseconds, like I did better than my last PR.
You do, you get exactly, and people obsessed over that shit, obviously. But like, so you basically they email you because it's all like you have a membership and you have your QR code and you scan the kind of like token they give to you, and you scan your membership QR code, and you will get your time sent to you like a few hours later, basically as an email. Um, so my first one of those in about 6 months. I did one a while ago, and it
I
ruined
remember
me, and
that.
this also ruined me. But I ran the whole thing. I was pleased with that. I didn't. I think my time could have been a little bit better, but I was still kind of recovering from a cold. So,
You're man cold. I
like,
forgot.
it's
I
it's
should have
so
asked you if you were like in the hospital.
no, I don't really like. I don't do that. Like, I have about 4 days of it being not wonderful, but like it's whatever. I'm just my breathing's bad, but because my sinuses are I have and like my I think we talked about this before, have
Yeah.
always been rough. I have about then 4 to 5 weeks of my body creating lots of phlegm and me coughing and needing to blow my nose for a lot. It's like way beyond, when the cold has really kind of been in effect, and it's very frustrating, but it's mostly there now, thankfully.
So you can't like do your alternate nostril
No,
breathing? Yeah.
no, I can barely breathe possibly, and then a cough comes out immediately as soon as I. It's like I just have a tickly throat for ages, and it's so frustrating. But yeah.
So, okay, so park runs.
Hmm.
Uh, so we do 5Ks over here, even though we don't measure anything in kilometers.
Yes.
So it's like three miles,
I think so, about 3.2 or something like that.
3.2
Yeah.
miles. Okay. Yeah, that's not nothing.
It's not, and
There's
it's
no way I could run a mile.
and it's like it's tough. Like don't get me wrong. And like I started it and I was like, this is gonna be a fine. And then like it was like 3 laps essentially. And like by the end of the first lap, I was like, fuck, I have to do 2 more of these.
Yeah.
Um, but it was good to get back to it. It was good to do it without stopping. And because like I don't run often, so I think I would like to get back to these and maybe do at least once a month to just kind of get back in the habit of it again. So we'll see how it goes. So
I'm very proud of you.
thank you. I appreciate it. And it was fun to do. Well, it wasn't fun to do.
That's the thing. It's like we do things that aren't fun, but like not sleeping or
Yes.
running, right?
Hmm.
Because we can.
Exactly. My friend who I went with is like a running coach and stuff like that, so he was giving me proper warm-ups and things like that, which
That's
was nice.
good.
Yeah. But
Do
yeah.
you do like because people here take running very seriously, so they've got
Yes.
their like water packs and their like
Yes.
belts with all
Their
their
gels.
tools.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like the gels thing like that wasn't around when I was like I don't know in high school or college like
Yeah.
doing any sort of running. That's when I would have run until I got older and smarter. Nothing against you, Andy Young,
Sure.
but I didn't know the gels were a thing, and it kind of grosses me out.
It's huge. Like I think because it's like so many of these things, it's like any sort of exercise has become so scientific in so many ways. So like gels
Yeah,
are such a targeted way to get you what you need inside your body for longer runs and things like that.
yeah,
There's like
yeah.
actually calculators you can get to tell you this is how long you're running, this is your body size, these are how many gels you're going to need for that run. Yeah, it's
Wow.
nuts. It's nuts. But yeah.
Hmm.
So there you go. Um, Beth, do you have any what's occurring for us this week?
I don't.
I have a wait. So
Down
wait
to the
for it. Wait,
streets.
yes, I do.
Oh
But
my God, I'm so excited. I've
wait,
been waiting and waiting and waiting.
I want you to like curtail your excitement because
Okay.
I'm thinking about this movie and I'm thinking there's a lot I want to talk about. So I'm
Yes, you're not
thinking
gonna do it?
I think I
You're
might
gonna.
push it to next week. Yeah.
Okay.
Because like I also feel like here's the thing, I'm going to need to explain. We've probably got new listeners since we did our movie thing, so I'm going to need to explain what Andy's Down to
This
the
is
Streets
true.
is.
This is true.
So,
Yes.
and also like getting into this movie, I'm so excited to talk about it. It was such a joy, and I feel like we're going to have a lot to talk about. So I think I would like to, without further ado, get into our
That
subject for
is
this week.
acceptable. And to our new listeners, yes, we have lots of segments that we do sometimes or not at all. But
Yeah,
Andy's Down to the Streets is worth a listen, so tune in next week.
yeah, excited. So that's a teaser as well.
We all
Um,
learned something.
we all.
At least
So yeah, so our movie this week is going to continue our theme for the month of December, which is re-looking at Christmas movies from our youth. Um, we're looking at Scrooged, and oh my, what a joy to rewatch Scrooged. It is something I have revisited over the years, a couple of
me
different
too.
times.
Me
But
too.
oh, so delightful.
It's like I had moments where I was like, I know Tim Burton isn't directing this, but I feel like Tim Burton is directing this.
I, you know what it is? It's the score, and we'll talk about that later.
Okay. Also, I love Bill Murray in anything and everything.
Yes.
Like, I'm just yeah, very happy. Like, I think maybe we watched this like 5 years ago,
Yeah.
and probably during COVID, we had nothing else to do, and I was like, "Come, children, watch this scary movie with me about Charles Dickens and
Yeah.
the ghosts of Christmas." And they're like, "Christmas has ghosts," um, which I have questions about. But yeah, I really, what I'm finding out is I really like dark Christmas movies,
Yeah.
and this totally like fits that
It is.
dark, dark black humor.
But like, also genuinely hopeful and kind of joyous. Do you know what I mean as well? Like, I think
Yes.
it really gets to that place. It's kind of like, very different films, but it's a Wonderful Life, which also delves into like some dark places, certainly for the time it was made. But
Yep.
like, you come away with such a kind of warmth, and I feel like that Scrooge does a very similar thing. It goes about it in a different way, but it does a very similar thing.
I think I've only seen It's a Wonderful Life like once, and I think I was beyond, you know, early days. So I don't remember it. I just
Yeah.
remember seeing it in other movies, Like they'll always reference that, they'll be showing it, and they'll be like, "Oh, you get to like hammer the message over your head," you
I,
know?
I feel like I went a long time without watching it and thinking, what is this twee shit?
And
I don't
then
want to watch this Christmas movie. And then I watched it and I was like, holy shit, it's incredible. It works so well and it still works well. You know, it's like nothing can get me into that place, that Christmassy place better than that movie. Truly. It's
better than
just,
Jimmy Stewart.
yeah,
Okay.
he's a killer. He's a stone cold
Noted.
killer. Yeah.
Noted. So yeah, the concept of the movie um is an oldie and a goodie that has appeared everywhere throughout the last like, you know, 200, 300 years.
Uh-huh.
So Francis, I just like his name. Francis Xavier Cross
Yeah.
is a cynical, mean-spirited. He's like supposed to be the meanest man in the world, right?
Hmm.
He's a mean-spirited television executive. He treats his loyal assistant with contempt, but also humor because it's Bill Murray. He just sacked a member of the staff on Christmas, so they said sacked. So someone, not that I didn't write this.
Hmm.
Sorry. I'm giving away all my secrets. But they must be British because they say sacked and we say fired.
Fair.
So they sacked a member of staff on Christmas Eve for simply disagreeing with him. And he alienated himself from his brother, who still insists on inviting Frank to Christmas dinner despite him refusing to go every year and being such an asshole. I added that last part.
Hmm.
However, Frank is forced to learn the true meaning of Christmas when he is visited by three ghosts. So this is based off of Charles Dickens' story, um, A Christmas Carol.
Which is based on the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yes.
They say, okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to do that
I'm
joke.
not
I'm going to
quite
do that
sure which
joke.
order that they
No, I'm pretty
came.
certain Muppets Christmas Carol was the original text.
I'm not gonna Wikipedia
Okay,
it because I believe all the things you say. So
perfect.
yeah. Yep. So they
Uh-huh.
were like, no more Muppets. Let's do it with actual people.
Yeah, sure.
Let's
I
get
mean,
the solid let's get the solid gold dancers out for this one.
it's a stretch, but you know, they made it work. Um, yeah. No, it's like I don't even know where to start with this movie. It's like I think I maybe watched it. I got to be 2 or 3 years ago. And it's interesting because I think there's new stuff I pick up on it every time. Like there are
Every time.
jokes that I pick up and like it hits in different ways. Like I think this happened on the last rewatch of it as well. But like, there's a joke about a guy being on fire and he throws water over him and he goes, "Oh, I thought you were Richard Pryor," and I had no
Uh-huh.
idea what that meant.
Uh-huh.
And I
Uh-huh.
think last time I watched it, I did because I understand. Basically, Richard Pryor has a story about him, because like he was a coke fiend
A
and
fiend.
him setting himself on fire while Office Space and Coke. I can't fully remember the story.
Okay, I have
Listen,
it. I
you
have it.
got it? Okay.
Yeah. So when Frank, who is the Bill Murray character, throws water on the waiter because he's he thinks the waiter's at like, I don't know if you guys know what baked Alaska is, but it's like
Yes.
a dessert that you like light on fire, and he thinks the waiter's on fire, but he's not actually. But the ghosts are making him see shit. So he sees this waiter burning. He says, "I'm sorry." So he throws the water around him. He says, "I'm sorry. I thought you were Richard Pryor." This is a
Yeah.
reference to an event in Pryor's life when, while freebasing cocaine, he accidentally sets himself on fire and he ran down a busy street in Los Angeles. I love Richard Pryor and I'm so like sad that he got, what did he have, Parkinson's and
Yeah.
like, also I'm sure freebasing cocaine your whole life doesn't do good things for your brain
Per-
also. So
I remember somebody else talking about like at the height of his cocaine like addiction because he was so rich. Like he would have comedic amounts of cocaine, like a mountain of cocaine on a diet, like you could just bury your face into it. Like it was just,
like Scarface.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
It was wild, truly wild. Also the other joke that I picked up on for the first time this time round was there's a joke about Trump. He makes a joke about Trump Tower when they're in the sewer, and I was like, whoa,
Yeah, I
I
believe
did
that. I
not
like
pick up on that
no
before.
one, no New Yorker likes that man. They
No,
never
it's true.
have. They never have.
It's true. But
Joke's on
yeah.
us.
Well, this is the jokes on everyone now,
Right.
basically. Um, so yes, so the director of this film was Richard Donner. I think like an enormous director. Like he was known as, I think, the most reliable. How do we get this exactly? One
Sorry,
of Hollywood's most reliable makers of action blockbusters.
fuck yeah.
And I know
Is he
him.
still making blockbusters?
Is
Or is
he?
he just is he leaving it all to Michael Bay?
That is a good. I think he might be dead, but I'm going to check. I'm going to look into that right now.
I'm
But
more in, I'm starting to like care whether or not these people are still alive. I
yes,
don't know if you've noticed, but I'm like, man, this person died in a car
yeah,
accident. Like I want them all to still be alive and thriving.
yeah. I
And
th
it makes me really sad when they're not. Because
I
now
think
like I feel like you know, it's good to speak people's names out loud.
absolutely. I think he like slowed down as he got older for sure, but like he
Okay.
was like, certainly I know him probably best as director of Superman, like at least like a few of the Superman movies and Lethal Weapon movies as well.
Ha.
And
I
also I
love the
think the
Lethal
the good
Weapon movie.
the Goonies as well is kind of another kind of big one for him. Like, so like huge. I love the Lethal Weapon movies too. Like huge movies, you know what I mean? Like absolutely normal. And so was like this was also like really big deal. Is like very fondly remembered by a lot of people. Um, but like he certainly had like an interesting career. I meant to check and see what had happened to him when he was older, but I didn't. I'm gonna maybe have a wee look now. Um,
That's okay. Uh, so um he it's just interesting. He didn't have the best relationship with Bill Murray. But
okay.
Bill, like they both have differing, I think, recollections on Bill Murray had just come out of a 4-year hiatus of not acting
Hmm.
because he made two movies in the same year, 1984. Not the movie 1984. Or the book. He made Ghostbusters and also a movie called The Razor's Edge, which I don't know anything about and
Okay.
I've never heard of. But I guess like Ghostbusters was so successful and The Razor's Edge was so bad, uh, he said it made him feel radioactive. And so he like moved to Paris and just stopped acting.
Oh wow.
And then this is what he came back for.
I don't think I've even heard of that movie.
Me neither.
Yeah, Wild. No, it's so fascinating. Um, Wild. Yeah. Wild was remake as well. Fascinating. Yeah, no, I think that's right. I was kind of I think it was mostly bang on in terms of Richard Donner. I think he did do eventually like settled into more of a like production role eventually in his kind of later years, which kind of makes
Okay.
sense because I know that like directing is tough stuff at times.
It looks,
Uh,
I can't, um, I would, do they have like take your child to work day in Northern Ireland?
Not yet.
Okay, so
Sometimes, yeah,
I want to be like the 46-year-old child that's like, okay, I want to know what it's like to be a producer.
yeah,
Produce and I'll watch. I want to know what it's like to direct and I'll watch. But
yeah.
like, I don't think they have those programs for people my age.
No, that's a
Field trip.
good question. Yeah. No, that would be nice actually. Yeah, actually, I'd love to do that actually.
Because it's like backstage tour is cool, but no, like I want to know how it all fits together.
It feels, a bit like a mystic art. Do you know what I mean? Like it's one of those things where it's like, I suppose it's like a troubleshooting role in a lot of ways as well. You just haven't like put
Yes.
out fires all the time. So I
Yes.
think it suits a certain type of person as well, and probably like requires a lot of stamina as well.
Yeah. I don't
Um,
know. Like watching the show The Studio, I was like, this is exhausting and also like must be so exhilarating.
yes,
Uh,
absolutely.
okay, so do you have anything else on the director?
I know. I'm ready
Okay.
to move on.
So the writers, there were three.
Hmm.
Uh, this is from IMDb, so I appreciate that they did this. So Mitch Glazer was number one.
Hmm.
He did the Gwyneth Paltrow, Ethan Hawke version of Great Expectations.
Okay.
He wrote a lot for SNL. He wrote Rock the Casbah starring Bill Murray and also A Very Murray Christmas starring Bill Murray. So
Oh
I think
yeah.
Mitch and Bill are probably good friends.
Okay.
And then the second writer was Michael O'Donoghue very
Mhm.
Irish or Scottish name there. There's lots of extra vowels when you spell his name, but he wrote for SNL, but unfortunately passed away in 1994.
Mhm.
And then I don't know if you've heard the third, dude named Charles Dickens. He's got 492 credits, writer's credits on
Okay.
IMDb,
Is he? I take it he's.
including Oliver Twist, Oliver, Great Expectations, Nicholas Nickleby, David Copperfield, A Tale of Two Cities. Um, okay, it's kind of like Mozart, not really, but kind of, right? Everyone
Yeah.
knows Charles Dickens,
He's
and
kind of a big deal.
he's kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
So, two fun facts, not fun, facts. He died in 1870 at the age of 58, which is like 12 years older than I am right now. We are right now.
Yeah.
I have not written any books yet. I do not have 492 writer's credits. He also had 10 children. So not
Jeez
only did he
Louise.
write the shit out of everything, he was also probably like trying to escape his children. And I don't even know if they have bathrooms then to go hide in.
Probably
So
not.
it's amazing that he wrote it all.
I suppose like maybe it came it became the stage where he was like, I have to write,
Yeah, I
because
gotta go.
I need
I gotta,
money
yeah.
to support all these
And
children.
also like to get away from my children. I gotta write, babe. Sorry.
I was reading a book about like fame and like what celebrity is, and like fairly recently, and it was kind of like it went into some of these characters, not him specifically, but it talks about like how many like certainly the arts back then, it was like you had to keep working or else you were done, you were
Yes.
cooked. You like
Yes.
because like so it's just it almost did become like a kind of factory line of like let's go, let's see, let's let's keep moving here because you
Hmm.
can very easily like lose it all.
I am glad that we have, I mean, granted, I at least complain about the things that happen, but like, yeah, there's always there's a fallback,
Yes,
and that is nice to have. And I do not take it for granted.
absolutely. No, for sure. Um, so
I have more
okay.
on, so okay, so the concept, right, we get it. It's um around this a Christmas Carol story with the ghosts of past, present, and future. So I guess that Murray had, I guess they had been pitching it and pitching it and pitching it. They pitched it to Bill Murray in 1982, like 2 years before they actually shot it and put it out. But he was like, no, I'm taking my time. I'm in Paris. I'm done, whatever. And when he did feel the desire to return to acting, he said the scripts were just not that good. So he was like, let's re look at this. So the writers were like, sweet, let's do that. Uh, they also were worried about how much they could bank based on the star.
Mhm.
And because Bill Murray had like been in Ghostbusters, which I think at the time, somewhere in my notes, it was like the highest grossing movie that had ever been made.
Mhm.
Um, and only he or Eddie Murphy had the box office draw, and so they were like, "Yeah, we got to get him. Yeah, he's got to make us $10 million tickets, dollars, whatever, in the like 3 or 4 days that they first open,"
Just him
which I thought
alone.
was interesting. Yeah,
It's so
yeah.
interesting. Like it's so interesting what a difference that makes. Like I gotta keep going back to it, but they talk about like in that Coen Brothers series that I'm listening to, they were talking about Burn After Reading and just
Hmm.
literally the bump that having Brad Pitt in your movie does for it, like in terms of like it will just open big,
Yeah,
regardless of the quality of the movie. If Brad Pitt's in it, people are gonna buy a ticket for it.
yeah.
Wild, 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 wild. Um,
Thoughts there, but I'm not going to go into that.
yeah. So just to go back to what you were talking about because you were talking, you'd said it really felt
Tim
like
Burton.
a Tim Burton movie,
Yep.
and a big part of that is it was scored by Danny Elfman. So that's why, and like this was apparently one of the sort of like movies that really informed his style. He obviously had a very close working relationship with Tim Burton, went on to compose for nearly all of his movies. So like that's why I think it really feels like a Tim Burton movie, and it's like even like the motifs and stuff, it really reminded me of like Batman, the Michael Keaton Batman, 1989 Batman.
The only
I
Batman.
like, well, yeah, I like Batman Returns too. And he'd also like, prior to this, he'd also done like Beetlejuice and things like that, which you really kind of start to see like the elements that you're seeing, I think, more in Scrooged, and then more as he goes on to work with Tim Burton more and more.
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, it's like he's another guy who's had like a kind of really wild career, and like I think this was one that they were not sure that he could really be a composer because he'd been in a band for a long time. He was kind of given the opportunity. He worked with some guys, and he was able to kind of put this together and to great effect. And it has like obviously launched a massive career for him, where he has done a lot of Hollywood projects, like not limited to Tim Burton stuff, but like for a lot of different directors.
I love Danny Elfman as like a composer.
Yes.
As human, he's getting there's some stuff coming out, but like
Yeah.
and he's been married to Bridget Fonda
Is he really?
since 2003.
That's wild to
She
me.
stopped acting. She's just like they have a son, I think, and
Oh no.
yeah, now he's like I don't know, I think he's having like a second midlife crisis or whatever, and he's like part of a band. He's got all these like super crazy tribal tattoos, and he just like runs around with his shirt off.
Oh God. Yeah, because like I know there's all this stuff about some of his like proteges and things like that, and his
Being
dodgy
like,
relationships with them, and just
yeah, yep,
I like that they were from recent years, and it's like, oh dude.
yep, yep. So I don't know.
I didn't even realize he was married to Bridget Fonda at that stage either. I'm like, get it together, bro.
I know, I know. And like she's, Henry Fonda's daughter, Jane Fonda's niece, right?
Yeah.
Like it's a whole I don't care about Nepo babies. I want them all to be related. I want
Yes.
this to be like Kentucky. I guess, it makes it more
Amazing.
interesting.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's like the royal family. Anyways, okay. Yeah, I that's interesting that he did the music because I literally like three times I was like, I feel like I'm in a Tim Burton movie,
Yes.
but I'm not. So
It's
that
got
makes
that,
sense. Thank you
dun,
for
dun, 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 dun,
Mhm.
dun, dun, like that sort of propulsive sort of sound that he loves to kind of use in to great effect. And it works brilliantly here. Like, I think
Yeah.
that is probably one of the reasons that the film is so I mean, like every part of this is the reason why this film's so successful. Everybody's
Yes.
wonderful in it. I can't think of
Yes.
it. I'm giving away the game in terms of my thoughts on this, but like it is every part of it's very good. I don't think anybody's bad in it. I
No,
think
I
it's
had
well
like a
constructed.
huge list of actors that I enjoyed, and like there were okay, let me back up real quick. So I was thinking, I was like, okay, you have to write the meanest man in the world, right? Because
Hmm.
like I think the rules are with being haunted, one person gets haunted by these Christmas ghosts,
Hmm.
right? It's not like maybe I don't know, maybe it's per country, but it seems like one person is the worst that year.
Yes.
I just love that they picked a TV executive
Yes.
to be the worst person. And it's like there was thought that went into that, right?
Yeah.
Like before they wrote, okay, what's he do? And like Christmas, like how do we integrate whatever this, but they make this character that he plays as a shitty TV executive, he does it so well
He does.
that he it's like ridiculous. Like the kids were like, is he joking or is he being funny? They were so confused. And I'm like, that's the joy of Bill Murray.
It's true. Just some of the choices he makes as well. Like there was a time where he was just like burping lots, and like I'm just like I love that
Yeah,
he just decided to do that.
yes.
It's just
And
threw that in.
the director at one point was like, you just like he gets an idea and then it's like it's kind of he's like a runaway train. He just
Yeah.
like and he's like, you just pull him back when you try and pull him back when you can, but
Yeah.
otherwise you just let him go,
And I can
which
see
I
like
love.
well, absolutely, and I can see how that could be frustrating as a director if you, especially if you've got a specific thing in mind. But
Oh
like
yeah.
it's again, I think, and I think sometimes it kind of gets away. it gets away with them a wee bit. Like sometimes it's too much in certain movies, but I think it's just the perfect balance here. Like, and I think that like and I feel like there's something about the structure of this film. It just feels a bit ramshackle, but it works. It's so perfect. Like especially
It's
the ending. Like
yes.
it's so like thrown together, but it totally makes sense. You know, it's like it's just a wonderful way to cap it all off. You know.
I would say that like the best way I could describe it is like it's a frenetic movie.
Yes, it is very much so.
Like the dialogue is frenetic, the storylines, how people move, their
Yeah.
bodies, like what characters come out of nowhere. The Carol. Okay, so let's talk about people that are in this movie.
Yes.
They had like they went all four of Bill Murray's
Yeah, so
brothers.
that was I was going in case you hadn't looked into that, I was going to make you guess how many Murray brothers are in this
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah,
Is it four or
it's
three?
four,
Or four.
including
Okay, yeah.
Bill. It's four. Yeah,
Bill. So four. It's like I knew. I think one of them, but I haven't seen the other two before. So
one
I
of
had
them
to
doesn't do tons. Like the one who actually plays his brother, I don't think
the
acts
baby
a
brother.
lot.
Yeah.
But the guest at the party, he acts a fair amount, and the guy that plays his father also acts quite a bit.
Uh, oh yeah, no, that's his brother who was in Wayne's World. Noah's
Uh,
Arcade.
yes,
Okay, cool. Um, okay, Karen Allen
yeah. Oh,
of the Indiana Jones, like she just and Animal House, she plays, this sweet, she's like the complete opposite of Bill Murray's
the
character.
best.
And she plays it great.
Just her in that in this and in Indiana Jones, just such a enormous crush for me whenever I was a kid. Like,
Yeah.
you know, she's just absolutely wonderful.
She's absolutely one. And like her nickname for him is Lumpy. And
Yeah.
like it's just so. And actually, okay, I'm giving away some of the facts, but like as we're talking, it's like they meet at a grocery store because she opens the door in his face. Um, that actually happened. And she didn't mean to like hit him in the face, but yeah, she did. And he fell over, and that was like all real. So
Amazing.
basically, like a lot of my facts are like Bill Murray got his ass kicked in this
I
movie.
love it. And that kind of informed the film then, that accident as well. That's
Yeah, yeah,
amazing.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Um,
Okay, yes, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, you know, maybe not scene by scene. I just want to talk a little bit about the kind of opening for this, which is just again,
Yes,
like, because it just opens to like a TV promo essentially.
yes.
I think having a movie called The Night the Reindeer Died
I wrote that down. I wrote that down.
featuring Lee Majors saving Christmas.
Yes.
It's
They're like the
incredible.
$60 million man. I was like, oh my God.
And then like all the other kind of parodies, Christmas party stuff are all perfect. And then capping it off with like IBC, You'll Love It is just such a it's so naff and cheesy, but it's
Yes.
perfect. It's perfect. It's such an opener. Like it's just absolutely incredible. Like it really
My,
is.
my daughter was like, they spelled Yule, Lule. That's wrong. And I was like, no, it's
Yeah.
not. It's
It's
yeah.
it's both smart and terrible at the same
I
time.
know. It's like, but that's, and then like we all watched it as a family last night. Mike's like, yeah, they really like they picked the right career path for like this man to have.
Yeah.
He's like TV, not that I don't even know if he knows any TV executives, but he's like TV executives are the worst.
Yeah.
And it's just like these coming attractions that from IBC, which is their like television network, and
Yeah.
they're so it's like you're in Santa's workshop, and then like the assassins come, and so like Santa and the elves get all their like AK-47s and their like rocket launchers out of all their cupboards.
So great.
Ah, so good, so good.
Um, yeah, this I like I can't I the other ones aren't coming to mind immediately, but I remember thinking these are really well put together too. But it's just like
Yeah,
again, that one because that one resonates with me so strongly. Like it's just
yeah.
all the like him with the minigun and them going, Lee, you've been a very good boy this year. I like him half smiling at that, it's so good. Um, so
It
yeah,
is a good, it's probably like, in terms of what we've seen so far, other than like Frisbee dogs from uh the Flight of the Navigator,
yeah.
that's like my second
That's it.
favorite.
That's a really
Yep,
good, strong second
yep,
choice. It's
yep,
incredible. Yeah, yeah,
yep,
yeah.
yep. So we had Carol Kane in this. I
Yes.
I think like I remember being a child because she's this little fairy. She's the ghost of Christmas present,
Yep,
and she's adorable.
she
But
is.
her shtick is she just beats the shit out of Bill Murray. She's like giving him like belly blows. She smacks him in the face with the toaster.
Yeah,
She just smacks him in the face twice because,
yeah.
and I guess like as they were filming it, she was having a really hard time. Um, and there's one point where she's like talking to him or giving him instructions and she grabs his lip and is like pulling his face around. She grabbed it so hard that they had to like she ripped his lip and they had to like they had to get stitches and they had to like shut down production for like 3 or
Wow.
4 days. Yeah. So, they
One of my
had,
favorite parts of that
yes.
sequence is whenever they are cutting from one location to another, and it's both him tumbling down these stairs and her like
Uh-huh.
in the air, like kicking her feet as she's like
Yes,
fairies down the
yes.
stairs. Incredible.
I,
Um,
it's the best character. I think it's like, that's for me, her character is like the funniest thing in the movie.
but like the Ghost of Christmas Past also incredible. Do you know what I
So
mean?
incredible. Yes.
You know, like also
Yes.
absolutely killing it. Like he's so good.
Yes.
Like especially when he
You,
turns up at the end, and it's like she's like,
yeah.
"Can you get me to that building?" And he's like, "What floor?"
Yeah.
It's so good.
They did a great job. Robert Mitchum was in this. Buddy
Yes.
Hackett was in this.
Yeah.
It just like all these like actors that and there are more, but I didn't
Oh,
recognize all their names.
can I say a few more? Like also Robert
Please.
Mitchum, Alfre Woodard.
Yes, I
Like
had. Yep.
she's so great. All of his scenes with her family are so lovely. Like
I know.
because she's essentially playing the I guess Bob Cratchit kind of role with her
Yep.
son being like Tiny Tim.
Yep.
And she's wonderful. Like she's so warm and like has such an interesting relationship with him as well. Um, the other person I wanted to talk about. Sorry, do you have?
I just there's a part where so she plays his secretary,
Yes.
and all of a sudden, like Mike just started saying like towel, towel, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
But like, she's like, what do you want to give all your fam? Like, what do
yeah,
you want to give your family and these people? And he's like, they get a towel. That's a towel. And like, to her character, he's like, you get a towel too.
yeah. I just pick out the book and he goes, "Why am I even looking at these? These are all towels.
These
Why
are
am
all
I?" Yeah,
towels.
I
Sorry,
just what a
keep
prick.
going.
Um, the other person I wanted to talk about was, I mean, again, so many wonderful cast members, also John Glover as well, but like
Mhm.
Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yep.
Brilliantly deployed as this
Yep.
sad sack. Like, and the running joke of him, like, after he's been fired, trying to get drunk and like it going horribly wrong for him is just it's beautiful. But my favorite bit, he has a line early on where he I think somebody runs by him, forces him to like drop his or his bottle of whiskey, his first bottle of whiskey, and he goes, you stinky guy, you big dog, you." Like, what a wonderful insult. You stinky guy, you big dog, you.
I miss him
Oh, he's so
and
good.
things. It's just like the way he talks. I love it. I don't care if it's like a shtick.
Yeah.
He plays like that homicidal employee that's gotten fired for no reason
Yes.
other than he was like, I don't know if I like it. And then the Bill Murray character is like, well, if I'm gonna change it in the next 5 minutes, I'll let you know. And then like he's timing it as this guy gets fired, taken downstairs and kicked out through his
It's
telescope.
telescope. Like, he's
And
such
I
a
was like,
piece of
Mike,
shit.
is he like looking at the telescope to see this guy get fired? And he's like, Yep. And I'm like, oh my God. Like
Such a
he's sick.
bastard.
I know, I know.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. But I think, just did such a good job early on in a funny way. Like, this is the thing, it's so
It's
funny throughout.
yes.
Like, establishing
Yes.
him as a terrible man throughout. So then, like, when it starts happening, so like, essentially his old manager, who was, I guess, his friend and kind of guided him into this industry, turns up. And even that's great because, like, it's him, shooting him and then him drinking and all the like
He's
alcohol coming
dead.
out. He's
Yeah.
dead, yes.
He's fallen
Um,
like he's like his whole body is, decrepit.
he's like, I guess, the Jacob Marley role, coming back and like has a mouse in his head pushing out golf balls, which is just a great sequence. Like, it looks fantastic. Um, and then you're into, I guess, the meat of the story, which is meeting the Ghost of Christmas Past, the Ghost of Christmas Present, and the Ghost of Christmas Future.
Mhm. I I was like, and this is just like I'm just blabbing, but I was like, "Hey Mike, we're gonna watch Scrooged," and he just looks at me and he's apparently this is one of his movies. I did not know
Oh,
this,
really?
and he's like, "Have you tried Staples?" And I was like, "What?" And then so there's this scene where this guy, like, okay, this is funny actually. Fun fact, fun fact. So there's a scene where, sorry, some of my paper's on lined children's paper.
Okay.
So, there's a season where his boss is like his boss is telling him uh he wants the numbers up, right? Get more viewers, get more viewers. He's like he tells Frank that in America there are 27 million cats, 48 million dogs, and then
Oh,
says
yeah.
quite seriously that IBC, this television network, needs to start gearing programming towards animals.
Mhm.
Um, so in this, like, so they're creating a Christmas story to be like a live television broadcast, and that's kind of the whole premise of the mo this show, the movie. But he's also like dealing with all these ghosts at the same time. So, that's why they introduced these mice that they want to have little reindeer antlers on, so that the cats will watch. And he's like, I can't, he's got this little like horns and or the little antlers and little mouse. And he's like, we tried super glue, but it just won't stay on. He's like, have you tried Staples? And I was like, Michael, you're so fucked up. But
Okay.
did you know,
Uh-huh.
as of 2015, there were several dog and cat specific channels on Roku? Do you guys have Roku?
No, but I'm
That
aware of it.
okay, so it's like, it's like Apple
I've seen them on
TV
Netflix as
or
well. I know what
Amazon
you're talking
TV,
about.
Fire
Yeah.
TV. Okay, it doesn't matter. That supply dedicated pet programming based on scientific studies of what interests those animals.
So, so actually, both do I know about it? I've seen it in action. I was around at my friend's house. I mean, this was like a year or two ago, and she was like, "Check this out," because she has a cat, and she was like, "What's this?" And she put on Netflix, and they're like 10-minute long shows, and there is like a noise that it starts off with like a wee like jingly type thing, and as soon as the cat heard it, it was like, "Whoa!" And it just came up on the TV, and just was entranced for like 10 minutes. So yeah, it is. It really is, and it works. The cat loved it.
Does the TV rot the cat's brain? Your
No, I
parents
don't.
ever
That's
say
a
that
good
to you?
question. It's maybe engagement because it's like it showed it things like I guess little creatures and like little mice and things like that. It also showed it like I think like trees and bushes and things like that. But the cat seemed to
Mm,
love it. So yeah. So he was ahead of his time,
that's amazing. He
right?
was ahead of his time, right?
Clearly.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so I was trying to like obviously like themes similar to other movies or like stories, and like this is a very old story.
Mhm.
18 something. It was in the 1800s. 1820? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Oh, when it was
Uh
first written.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds about
Um
right.
so I don't know. I guess like the lessons and the morals are like, taking people and relationships for granted. Like he does this monologue at the very end where he's just like talking about like what really matters in life.
Hmm.
Um, which I appreciated because like there needed to be some sort of redemption arc. And I'm not trying to like skip ahead to the very end, but I'm just thinking like themes in general and also just like bad behavior in big business,
Yeah.
which I feel like is like a theme that we're seeing in lots of movies.
True.
So,
And it's this disheartening how little things have changed in that regard as well, I mean, like it's also even with talking about the Running Man and things like that, like when the original text was written, and in fact, he was critical about these elements at the time, and if anything, all of those things have got much worse. So it's like, yeah, it's a bummer.
yeah,
It's a bummer.
it's a bummer.
Um, yeah, so I don't think there's anything.
I have some facts if you're
Please go for it if you've got facts. Hit us with
okay.
some facts.
So, I guess that Bill Murray and Richard Donner, the director, really did not like working together.
Okay.
I guess there was a lot of tension on set. I, well, Bill Murray whines a lot about the movies that he's done, I will say.
Yes.
Um, Roger Ebert uh asked him like, "What'd how was it?" And if he'd had any disagreements with Donner, and Murray replied, "Only a few, every single minute of the day." That could have been a really, really great movie. The script was so good. There's maybe one take in the final cut that is mine. We make it so fast that it's like doing a movie live. He kept telling me to do things louder and louder. I think he was deaf.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
rocks. I love
I know. So let's see. Yeah. So his Bill Murray's brothers' names are John, Joel, and Brian.
it.
Brian is, I think he's married and he did the hyphenation with his wife, so he is Brian Doyle Murray.
Brandon Murray, yep.
Uh, so yeah, let's see. Bill Murray ad-libbed most of his lines.
That makes
In
sense.
a 1988 interview in the Philly Daily News, Richard Donner discussed Murray's, okay, I need help with this, Andy.
Mhm.
I can never get this right. Penchant?
Penchant?
Penchant? Is it a
Penchant?
French word?
Yes. It's a, like it
Pech,
means a predilection to do something, doesn't it? Like
okay,
it's like a tick
penchant
almost. Penchant.
for improvisation described an experience of directing Murray as follows. It's like standing on 42nd Street and Broadway and the lights are out and you're the traffic cop.
Wow. I
42nd Street and Broadway is very busy.
I, basically, what in terms of what I've seen with Richard Donner over the years, I get the impression he's somebody who likes to like be in control and like have an idea of how things are going to work, and that's so
Yeah,
different to what Bill Murray
yeah,
brings to the table that it's
yeah.
like they were bound to clash, bound to,
Well,
you
it's
know.
like anybody that's on SNL, half the shit they do is improvisation because they
Yeah,
have to, right? So
it's true.
then, and it's like, it's kind of like Robin Williams, like certain people's brains are wired to do that very
Yeah,
well.
yep,
Do not waste that talent.
yeah, absolutely.
Direct that traffic on 42nd and Broadway.
Yeah, channel it, channel it.
Okay, so I don't know how I feel about either of these, but Bill Murray turned down lead roles around this era for Rain Man and Cocktail to make this film.
Interesting. I think
I
he made the right
know.
choice.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think so
think
too.
I don't want to say I wouldn't want to see him in either Rain Man or well, I haven't seen Cocktails, so I don't know. But I wouldn't want to see
Oh
him
my
in
God,
Rain
I
Man
didn't use
particularly.
the Cocktail. Yeah, I mean Rain Man, I saw it like twice and I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah.
that's a film I ever really want to revisit. Yeah.
No. Okay, so let's see. I liked this. This is so although Bill Murray didn't enjoy working with director Richard Donner, he was also critical of his own performance because of his 4 years that he took hanging out in Paris and not working. He thought he got rusty. He'd forgotten things that he used to know, like hitting the marks, and he needed to be reminded where to stand, and he didn't like that at all. So he vowed at that point to never take time away from filming.
Okay.
Yes,
He's
we
in it
win
forever. Yeah,
forever.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
hmm
and then so the Carol Kane character, the fairy that's just kicking the shit out of him,
Yeah.
she's introduces herself and she's standing outside or she's standing next to the stage and usually they have like a placard that says like what the show is or what's coming up and it says the Ball Breaker Suite.
Yes.
So I like that.
Let's say that rocks.
Yeah.
She was
And
wonderful.
movie critic Roger Ebert said that this was the worst film adaptation of A Christmas Carol he's ever seen.
Wow.
Other people, this is like this movie is divisive just
Yeah.
based on the message boards. Um, some people are like, it's literally the best Christmas movie ever made. So
Yeah,
it's
I
just
can.
interesting.
Yeah, I think I would be on that side.
Mhm. I just love Bill Murray. He's just so mean in this.
Yes, he really is. Incredible. Um, any other thoughts, or should we start to get into our last few wee sections here?
Do you want to talk at all about the Ghost of Christmas Future?
I do. He won my Too Legit to Fit, just by the way.
Okay.
All the friggin' creatures and
Oh,
stuff on the inside. Roar. It was a great outfit,
yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
so creepy and such a kind of creepy implementation of that character.
Yeah. So instead of having a face, like
Mhm.
he was like, big and like hulky and like he kind of looks like the new Frankenstein, the
Yeah.
hot Frankenstein.
Yeah, Hall
Sorry.
Frankenstein. Jacob Elordi.
So he's the 6'5" and
Oh yeah.
Australian, but he's got a
Woo!
TV for a face, which I thought
Mhm.
was an interesting choice, right?
It was.
Future, you don't get a face. Future is TV, future is like
Yeah.
electronic, all of that. So I was like, that is a good choice. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, at first Bill Murray thinks it's a character that's like on his live TV show, and he's like, let's see what's under here. And he like opens the
And it's
cape,
all like,
and it's full of like dead
yeah,
people, like that are trying to get out or
trapped in the rib
whatever.
cage and things like that. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
cool.
trapped in the ether. Uh, and I was like, that is really good.
It is.
It's really good. It was well done. So,
The friggin' rock. Yeah, I love
yeah.
it. No, really great. Yeah, because he attacks when he comes across the actor who's playing it in the
Elevator.
IBC version of the show,
Yes.
he screams and runs away from him.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, wonderful stuff. So, I've already done To Legit to
Too
Fit.
legit to
Say
fit.
Goes to Christmas Future, was killing it with the fit choices. Very quickly, animal Andy's Animal Acting Award for excellence in animal acting. I need to take a breath before that every time I do it, but I keep forgetting. Is the mice because I don't think I'm going to get a
Yeah.
chance to because I love how they have that conversation and later on you see one of them with
Little antlers on.
the little letters on a desk. You know, it's lovely. Um, Amazing. So, but I think the other thoughts are should we kind of come down? I think people are going to know in terms of our
Yeah.
opinion on this film.
Yeah.
So
I
revisit, remember,
will
refuse, or
like
redo.
this is like a revisit every year.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's kind of
Couldn't
where
agree
I'm at.
more. It's not
Yeah.
even like it's not even in the mix. There's no other choice possible for me for this. It's just
Nope.
absolutely fantastic. So
Yep.
very, very, very much enjoyed it. Definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it before. And
It
definitely worth
ages
revisiting
well.
if you haven't
Yeah,
seen
if
it
you've
in
already,
years.
yeah, yeah, please go give it a watch. Get just, yeah. Not that, all of the Goldie Hawn, Kurt Russell, Christmas Chronicle movies aren't wonderful, but like there's other stuff out there that came before that's very good.
Hmm.
I'm being facetious. They're so boring and terrible.
Hmm.
I don't want to watch them again, but I know I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
because I have children.
it's fair.
Um,
Good choice no matter.
so this is our last Christmas movie.
Nope,
Nope, just kidding. Oh no, we have two more.
we've got two more. You don't do. We're just
You
halfway
know,
through, Beth.
you know
There's,
what? So real quick,
uh,
no, I'm gonna save this for next week. Never mind.
we have so much more Christmas
Yeah.
fun ahead
You're
of us?
saving your
Question
down to the
mark.
streets, and I'm saving this other thing that I'm not gonna tell you about, Amy.
Wow.
Ah ha
Well, well,
ha!
well, everybody. Both a secret from me and from the people at
That's
home. So
right.
something to
That's
look forward
right.
to. Um, all right. So Beth, and then just to finish things off, what has been bringing you joy this week?
Don't hate me.
Okay.
I'm rewatching The Crown.
Okay.
Because I'm supposed to be like watching think I'm allowed to watch television between like 9 and 11:30. And she was like, but yeah, it can't be murder shows. And I was like, well, I like period pieces, I guess. And like, but I need like something that's like mindless that has like 4,000 episodes. I'm really enjoying it.
Okay. I love it.
And I know not everyone in your country is hip to that, but it's just that there's the family's so fucked up and it's all true. Like I can't.
Yeah. I think that like
Don't look up to families
no.
like this.
I think that like for me like I heard lots of great things from people who aren't that interested in the royal family about it as well, and I was
Mhm.
kind of curious about it but I never got around to watching it, but like I've heard it's entertaining, and I mean
Yeah.
like that's all that matters at the end of the day.
My father-in-law loves it, and he
Yeah.
like the only movie that he really likes is The Lost Boys about vampires. So
what what a mixture, the Lost
I
Boys
know.
and The Crown.
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna meet
Jeez.
him sometime. He's
Yeah,
he's something. He's
I
something
know a little
else.
bit because like obviously I met him with
Oh
I saw
yeah.
like all his
You
like
sure saw their houses.
I saw their house
All
and
their
all their
stuff.
stuff. Yeah. Amazing. So I finished the anime that I really enjoyed, and I
Okay.
am onto a new one because I'm just loving having an anime series to watch currently. So I'm watching something called Kaiju Number 8, which is like somebody described it to me as imagine no, why have I forgotten the name of this film that I absolutely adore? Guillermo del Toro, Pacific Rim. So somebody's described it to me as Pacific
Uh,
Rim without
like,
without mechs, and I was
uh-huh.
like, oh, boo! Okay, like the mechs are my favorite part, but it actually really rocks. It's basically about like a defense force that has been like kind of put together to fight these kind of like big kaijus that arrive, and it's really kind of wonderful. And essentially, one of the guys who it's his life ambition to join this team gets infected with a kaiju and becomes half man, half kaiju. And it's his kind of story. He doesn't want people to find out, blah blah blah. But it's really fantastic, and I'm just loving it. I
That's
just gonna love.
awesome.
I love anime characterization. I love like how. I, it always frequent sorry, I shouldn't say always, but frequently surprises me in terms of the turns that they take, I like, just certainly in terms of like uh what characters are like, what you often have a template for what you think certain like boss characters are going to be like and so on, and how they like play with those forms is really interesting, I think, compared to like a lot of Western media, so yeah, loving it.
Yeah, we've got a formula
We do, and like it,
for
it works.
Western media.
Oh, it works a lot of the time, but sometimes it doesn't, and it's nice to like mix it up. So I'm really enjoying my time watching some anime.
I finally showed the kids Hell's Moving Castle, and at first they were like, "What?" And I was like,
Uh-huh.
"Totoro," and they're like, "Oh," and then they were like, "More of this,
Oh, hell
more of
yeah.
this." Yeah,
Amazing. So you get to
so
watch
I
lots of
know.
Ghibli.
Yep,
That
yep, yep,
rocks.
yep, yep, yep.
Okay, love it. Okay, okay. Beth, I think I forgot to do this last episode. Beth, can you tell everybody where they can find us?
I feel like you did it the last episode, but it
It's
doesn't
fine.
matter. That's in the past.
That
Find
is.
us at bendypodcast.com. Tell
Yeah,
your
do.
friends, make an
Absolutely.
ornament, put her
Yeah,
name on it, hang it on the tree.
please do. And then when
Please
people go,
do.
oh, what's that ornament? Go like, you know what? It's this podcast I really enjoy.
Yeah.
All right, love it. Okay, in that case, folks, we've come to the end of our episode, and as always, we'd like to remind you to
Day.
stay bendy.
Bendy.
I think you've got the advantage in this, Beth, because I have to do the lead in. Do you know what I mean? That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it forever.
Because you think I'm winning?
No, no.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I've got to go. Right, bye, everybody. Bye. Love you. Bye,
I'm
bye.
late. I'm late for teaching. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.